Hello and welcome to another episode of Hagan and Robyn Talk About Hagan.
Talk about episodes of the show. We're watching this off YouTube, so hopefully there won't be any idiotic delays or whatnot. This is Starrbooty, as mentioned in the previous commentary. This is one of the ones, well, not one of the ones. This is the one that I wouldn't have done if Lupa hadn't said so. Or, more likely, I would have done it at some point, but it would have been put into my list. It was added to the Season 3 list because of Lupa. What did you think of Starrbooty?
I don't like RuPaul. They're too loud and annoying, but...
RuPaul has issues.
Yeah. But the movie in itself, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It was certainly...
Oh, it was fairly terrible.
Compared to other shit I've watched with you.
That's true.
It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen by a long shot. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen by a long shot. I just didn't like it. But...
Here's random shots of Hagan being evil.
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 Who did these? Was this Creature's work?
This was Kitsunique.
Kitsunique?
Kitsunique was the Photoshop artist and cover artist before Creature and Haganista. She got pregnant, basically, and I decided to stop bothering her about doing covers in Photoshop. And then Creature took over the Photoshop and covers, then eventually Haganista took over the cover footage. The cover images. The amazing thing about Kitsunique was that she's technically blind, and yet she did the Photoshop for me. Isn't that brilliant?
Well, she's done a good job.
Oh yeah. She's married to Basil Remington in real life, who was Alistair's on and off again boyfriend, and she lives in Louisiana. Met her whenever I was down in New Orleans ages ago. Wonderful people. They also went to Magfest a couple of times. Basil played a minion in the God of Vampires review, and I believe Kitsunique might have appeared as one of the random dancers in the Poultrygeist review. But Starrbooty, like I said in the previous one, these are, previous being Confessions of Trick Bay, because we did that a couple hours ago. The Starrbooty film is actually a remake / fourth in the series, because before RuPaul became famous, he would make these really low budget VHS films, and they were... Okay, sorry, I thought the YouTube was frozen. They would film it really, really cheaply, with no money, and then take them to like gay clubs and sell copies in like backs of cars and stuff before becoming famous.
That's one way to start it. I can never remember, in the Starrbooty universe, are they women or are they men in drag?
Women.
They are women.
Yeah, it's sort of like the film, I think it's Girls Will Be Girls, where everyone in the film is played by drag queens.
Or Vegas in Space.
Yeah, although Vegas in Space had the oddity of men being played by women, who were then turned into women. Although that was because, in at least one case, that was because the actor bowed out because he realised how long it would take, and so they replaced him.
Yeah, that's the reason given.
Yeah. They came back and sang the theme song.
Yeah.
But, rah! Looks like a gay minion.
A very fetching balaclava. If only minions had holes in their balaclavas at the front.
Some of them do, it depends. Like, I really don't care. As far as I'm concerned, the minions do have eyes and stuff, but Teddy gets really irritated whenever you see minions' eyes or something, and I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, they're masks. As far as Teddy's concerned, no, they're inhuman monsters without eyes!
There should be a joke in a later review where just you walk up to a minion and turn their balaclava around the right way, and they're like, holy shit, it's this way! I don't know, that's the bare bones, you do the work.
Possibly.
I'll write the fan fiction if you're watching this. If you're watching this, you're a pretty big fan. I see nipples.
Yep.
Nipples.
But I do not black box nipples that you can be seen through clothing. Because that way madness lies.
YouTube allows nudity in non-monetized videos.
Yeah. Actually, you can still monetize videos that are age done. However, you receive a lot less monetization for it, and they are harder to see because you got to be over 18.
Yeah.
Like my Emmanuel 4 in 5 seconds video was age changed recently, which means that for most of the time it was there. I got no monetization for that. Then when I started getting monetization, then the age thing rating came in, and suddenly I got no monetization at all. So my YouTube channel has 82 million views on one video, and I saw very little, if anything, from it. Yay! I should totally just do like a manual 5 in 5 seconds, do the exact same joke with sex and all written there, but have the black boxes. And then see if I can, create the same sort of lightning strikes twice fluke thing.
Yeah, it's worth a try. It'll only take you, 4 hours, 5 hours?
4 hours to do that? What?
Okay.
It would take me probably about 3 minutes to record it, and then it would take me a little bit to edit together. It wouldn't take very long.
Yeah.
But, can I be bothered?
Did you have green hair after these 3, or is this the green hair trilogy?
I believe, like usual, I just let the colour fade away, but green faded much quicker than pink did, which was disappointing. I wanted season 3 to be completely green haired with slow fading like I do with pink hair usually.
It's very disappointing. We have absolutely no audio here, by the way, so if we don't comment on something that's said, don't share it with us.
Yes, if I had audio, then you'd be able to hear it in the camera, and then I have to line it up with the fucking audio and the thing, with the visual. That would be a lot of work.
We should do this like, what do you call it? The terrible, terrible film. Postal, was it? No.
I didn't see Postal.
I don't know, there was one where the director's comment was just, I'm so sorry I made this, I'm sorry.
Closest thing I've ever heard to that is Batman and Robin.
Oh, no, that one too, but this was separate. Or we could do like an Arnold-style film company, Arnold Schwarzenegger, just be like, oh, that is me, look at my muscles.
I killed this guy. Baha.
Now I am eating soup. It is nice soup.
Baha. The Arnold Schwarzenegger's commentaries are quite funny.
Yeah. It's like a child watching his own films for the first time.
I am explaining it to the audience. There is me into camera, doing something with hand.
Now look, I've just stabbed him, but my face, I've gone very Russian. But my face is upset. I've gone very Russian.
If you want to do Arnie, just go and everyone knows what you're talking about.
But I'm quite proud because normally I do a quite good Austrian accent. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure that guy either is or was a gay porn star.
Arnold Schwarzenegger or that guy?
Not that guy, the other guy.
Ah.
The white guy with short hair.
In the suit.
Not the RuPaul shaped one.
Ah. What shape is RuPaul?
The shape of RuPaul.
Ah.
What's the word for a word that sounds like itself? Like bang or boom?
Onomatopoeia?
Yeah, RuPaul is onomatopoeia. Shapely, in shape terms.
Well, that's one way to describe it. Can you define it with a...
I can describe RuPaul with one word. RuPaul.
But is that 2 words?
No,
There's
it's
capitalization in the middle.
No, there's not.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, RuPaul, and RuPaul is RuPaul's name, and as far as I know, has been since naming.
Oh, I thought it was R-U, then capital P-A-U-L.
I'm pretty sure it's just R-U, Paul, one word.
Fair enough.
That one there, the other person. They were in the film I described earlier, Girls Will Be Girls, or I think it's called. It's the one where it's like this bitchy John Waters-ish sort of drama about hetero couples doing hetero things and women fighting against each other. But they were all played by drag queens. And I'm pretty sure that they also did the voice of someone on... What was the animated series for adults that was done in the sort of reality TV show in the house with cartoon characters? You had like the Princess Daisy type one, you had Link, you had like a pig who was really foul-mouthed. And I forget the name of the fucking show. You had like...
I want to know it now because I haven't seen this.
You had one of the main characters was this sort of 1970s sort of blaxploitation sort of woman. It was quite a good show. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure the blonde from Starrbooty played Xander, who I recall is the name of the Link character.
I want to know what the show is called. If you know, write the show.
Comments.
Oh no, got a badass over here. But no, the person that you accused, that you said was either currently or recently a gay porn star, stood up and got his cock out, so I think...
Oh no, that was someone else.
Oh.
Different character entirely.
All short-haired white men look the same.
Yeah, that was like the Russian guy they were dealing with in a flashback. The guy, the one I was talking about was their boss.
Charlie.
I look like a porn star. I look like Robert Davi if he was younger and had sex with men.
How does one look like one has sex with men?
Well, you don't look like Robert Davi. That's why he's like Robert Davi if he was having sex with men. If Robert Davi, if you had sex with men, made you look like Robert Davi, that whole line wouldn't work. So, rule 1, don't look like Robert Davi.
I suppose. And this scene I remember making no sense to me as somebody who doesn't understand all this mad gesticulating of people being overbearing. It makes even less sense with the sound off.
Yeah. I'm reminded of the time Teddy watched Green Porno for a commentary,
Green Porno.
and hadn't seen the videos and had not seen the review. So, and there was no audio. So Teddy was just like, "What?"
I am a slug. I'm a sexy slug. We sword fight with our penises and shove one in.
Oh, I recall she was the greatest actor in the entire film, except for everyone else, and several of cars.
I think I fucked it up.
Oh no.
Pause.
You talk.
Well, I fucked everything up. I accidentally leaned on the remote and started the video again. So let's try to fix that. I do apologize.
So guys, this is going to become pretty rough.
I'm sorry. We're about here.
Pussy for sale! Pussy for sale! Pussy for sale! Everyone on the street selling pussy. And by the way, if you want to see the Starrbooty review with, all of the cocks, then you can become a Robyn and Hagan patron at patreon.com, and if you become a $5 and up Patreon, you get automatic free access to all of the episodes of Hagan reviews that have... It's not all of them. Every so often I remove the black boxes of a review and I stick it up for the patrons. So if you're $5 and up, you can get access to it, and you can be all like, "Ooh, that's what the cocks in Stonewall and Riot looked like."
You black boxed my cock in one review.
Maybe.
You
Probably.
did.
Oh yeah, because to hide the fact that you weren't...
Naked.
Yes. Pretty sure I couldn't fix that in the review.
Oh.
Oh well. So, if you want to see all these ones, there's like Schizophrenic, there's Confessions of a Trick Baby. The last one that went up was Emmanuel in America, which does feature women, whacking off a horse.
Yep.
And, the chirpy theme is involved.
Oh dear. If you're that desperate to see cock, just Google it. But no. Hey, if you're a $5 not patron for her, you get to see them anyway.
Yeah, well, it's not just cocks. There's lots of tits there too.
And vaginas.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a lot of them, actually.
Even the occasional anus, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Cannot wait to do Sugar High Glitter City. Oh, man. That film's awesome.
Oh, no.
You loved it. You were like, "Oh, lollipops up the vagina."
No.
Upcoming review. Yeah, some people are convinced that I have become sort of all mellow and stuff because it's been a while since I've done an extreme porno. I admit, it's been okay, it wasn't that long ago because it was the last of the Slaughter Vomit Dolls films, but, oh man, Sugar High Glitter City, lesbian porn with lollipops.
It's a yeast infection waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's like my biggest fear is sugar on the genitalia.
At the same time, I bought that, and I think it's called Super Freak, which was this lesbian blaxploitation actress. Her ghost possesses random women, and they all have lesbian sex, and that's it.
Oh, any excuse for it.
And that is Lady Bunny.
One of the things I hate about porn is whenever you're just getting down to watch it, and it starts off with a really slow story, and you skip ahead I don't know, 2 minutes, and then there's analingus going on, and then I have to go back and be like, I don't understand the steps that happened between then and then. Okay, so he was delivering the pizza and you were having a conversation. and it was all going very slow, and now analingus. Like, how do we get here? I don't understand the character development that I skipped in those 2 minutes. It's just, it's never satisfactory to find out afterwards. It's always like, nope, hang on, I can't get off on this until I go back and check.
Okay.
It would probably be shorter just to not be impatient in the first place.
Do you get much character development?
Occasionally.
Okay.
More so in amateur stuff than professional stuff, believe it or not.
Like the Jennifer-lator. You love that. You're like, Jennifer-late this! Blah, 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 blah.
I think the gender flater grew on me over time.
Jennifer-later is one of those films that it's beautiful in concept. The actual film isn't as good, but it came from the most glorious place possible.
That damn ukulele song got stuck in my head for a while. Probably not the best I ever had.
Ukulele might be played by a small guitar.
Ah. That was bad. I couldn't get my hands on the ukulele in time. I've not made a ukulele.
Okay.
But I haven't get it lately.
You know, they never establish, at least I don't think they ever establish why they can't just fucking hotel room.
Well,
Why they have to do this in the car while they're in the meeting. You know, this strikes me as unlikely.
in certain US states, and I believe in certain European countries as well, where prostitution is legal, it's still illegal to do it in the car. Like, it's okay to phone an escort and ask her to come and perform her services on you in the hotel room, but it's not okay to pick them up on the street corner and do it in the car.
Well, picking up, I would assume was different from the doing it in the car, but yeah, it's just like they deliberately chose the most dangerous way possible to do this. But then again, the storyline of Starrbooty is a series of bad ideas. Not so much in that it's a bad film, even though it usually is. It's just the characters make all sorts of bad ideas and stupid ideas on top of each other, and somehow they don't all end up dead.
I think it's just compounded by the idea that make the film in the first place.
I've got the feeling that very few people realize that I stuck music over that ambiguously Jewish pimp, and it was music from the Hebrew Hammer. And I got the feeling that a bunch of people have no idea what that's from. Oh well.
This is shot like a bad 90s cartoon.
Sashay away. I will admit that I watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
I don't. My fiance used to live with a drag queen who was obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race, and he was also a prick, and he just put me off it for life.
Oh, that would be... I can see why that would put you off it. I like it because it's quote-unquote reality TV, but you've also got the fact that what they're doing is so incredibly removed from reality. So, I find it amusing.
Yeah, I just don't like RuPaul either.
Yeah, definite issues there. But one thing I try to do in these reviews is, whenever I've got some sort of a theme that's connected to a film, I try to do a bunch of things in that theme in the review. For instance, in this one you've got all the RuPaul references, you've got the bits from Drag Race, you've got a couple other things going in there referencing, like Hebrew Hammer is a sort of a parody of blaxploitation films, similar in tone, in the same way that Starrbooty is a parody of similar films. So I was trying to put all these references, which are to related things, into the review. Like GN from Outer Space has a hell of a lot of sci-fi references, just random other sci-fi things, because it makes sense sticking them together.
Because it's sci-fi.
Yeah, I try to do that, and
I would love to see SF Debris review that.
that would be hilarious. But considering he was all like, I'm gonna have to start, saying no to films and stuff because I had to watch this horrible film called Repo, the genetic opera.
Repo's fantastic.
I know, but he was like, oh, it's too gory and bloody. It's like, aw, Chuck, you're really good, but you're a wuss.
I actually liked Repo.
Repo is good.
Not Repo, the film Repo, which was the same concept only done terribly, but Repo the genetic opera.
Yeah. But I don't think many people notice the fact that I deliberately try to... the references I stick into a review, I try to make it evoke the subject matter as much as I can, at least in particular episodes that have a really... their genre has a deep enough pool of it. Like blaxploitation stuff, lots of stuff. Sci-fi, lots of stuff.
I don't think that most people would consciously notice it. I think it would hit somewhere in the back of the brain, though.
Oh, cool.
Whatever that means, back of the brain. I don't know. Ignore my speech patterns.
No!
I like that guy's hair.
Which guy's hair?
The one in the background. Him.
Oh, the mop.
Yeah. It's cool. I don't like that guy's hair. Well, that's going to make no sense if we can't get this resynced up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, that's a problem. This is going to be hell to edit together. I am so sorry this is not lining up. That's why we're trying not to talk about stuff that's on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, Candace Kane.
So what's the longest script you've ever written?
Depends on how you define it.
Page-wise.
Well, here's the problem. Do you include TV reviews? Because, and if you do include TV reviews, do you include the End of Time as one thing?
Ah, that makes sense.
Because End of Time was about 50 pages long.
The longest script then with 2 camera work.
Okay, a film review then. Probably The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
That was like 25 pages, 26 pages, something like that. Freak Show, which is hopefully going to be done this Con Bravo as a similar Hagan and Hagan and Hagan crossover. That's, I think, about 20 pages. The Sunset Heights, that was almost as long as Moreau, and that was just me to camera.
Darry, hi.
That was done, it was so long because I was consciously interacting with the audience. And so I was giving them cameos and stuff.
Sunset Heights was filmed in front of the audience, yeah?
Hmm?
I really wish...
It was filmed in Brocon in front of an audience, yeah.
But it was the one set in Derry.
Yes.
I had this really cool idea that I never actually mentioned to you because it was going to be done in front of an audience. But I think it would have been cool had it been filmed here to like do it at the top of the bedroom and like just lift the camera and go, look, there is where they're talking about, and over there is where they're...
It would have been good. We would have had to get good shots. It would have been
Yeah.
difficult. If Hagan did not wear crazy makeup, I possibly could have filmed the review in random parts of Derry, you know, that are pertinent to the story. Like, you know, we're talking about the fountain, to camera in front of the fountain. But that would have been really complicated. The wind would have been hell on the microphone and the makeup problem.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is do all this stuff and get lots of
Not to mention that in the fountain you don't want to be seen as outstanding.
Yeah. Especially considering in the review I'm quite disparaging to it. I have a machete.
Machete kills. Again, in space. I really hope that gets made.
Yeah.
It's a perfect exploitation takedown.
What I liked about the machete films was the first one went from
Nipples.
semi-normal exploitation to crazy. And the second one started off at crazy and just got weirder. So if they do a third one, they better start off at the same level Machete 2 ended at and go up from there.
Going to full space opera.
Yep.
Oh, I picked up Saints Row recently.
Which one?
4.
Get 2, 3, and 4. They're good. The Saints Row 1 is basically Grand Theft Auto.
4 is basically prototype. It was done well.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it immensely, but I like.
It makes more sense if you played 2 and 1, 2, and 3 though.
I got that there was elements of the story. I read cliff notes on them, but yeah, I'll probably pick them up. But I was looking to buy new games, and I remember you saying about how good they were.
Yeah. Saints Row's off. Have you got the DLC?
Yes, the full premium and pack all the DLCs.
Oh, good.
Good fun. I needed something to do with my PlayStation that wasn't just watching YouTube.
I recently finished Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
I've heard bad things.
Well, it's fine. It's an Assassin's Creed game. They're perfectly functional, perfectly amusing games. It's just that they're doing pretty much the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, Black Flag was good, but I didn't like the one that came after it. Unity, I think.
Unity was that was in Paris. Yeah, the most Black Flag and Rogue and Freedom Cry were especially good, because the fucking ship action.
Yep.
Then they cut that out, and the ones afterwards, and it's like, oh dear. Now, in the version we're watching, and this is all Robyn's fault still, Starrbooty is killing a bunch of doctors and stuff, which is, you know, personally I imagine that as very similar to the end of Last of Us, when you as Joel can go in and kill all the doctors. But it tastefully happens off screen because they couldn't be bothered filming it.
Probably precisely the reason.
And oh, you see the shot of Manor is talking to Starrbooty, and it looks like they're talking to each other in the shots until you see the far off shot when they're not looking at each other at all. I can only imagine that was deliberate.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I think it was supposed to be some sort of parody of the cross-cut shots, but I don't think they landed it very well.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, the directing in this film has issues. The angles just don't gel together. Not smoothly. So it sort of takes you out of it. Did you notice that?
Yeah. They are very strange shots. Like, if they were all shot in one way, it would all be strange and it would work, but some of them aren't.
Yeah.
You're better at articulating the exact same point that I just tried to say.
Candace Cain is fucking awesome. She is brilliant. She's the one there who follows fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Go Candace Cain! It's always tragic and we cry at the end whenever RuPaul kills her.
Spoilers.
I'm guessing they've seen the review.
Or the film.
Yeah, or
if you haven't seen the review or the film,
or the commentary that me and Omega did for this on a stream once.
yeah, why the fuck are you watching this? Just go and watch the other things first. Although, considering how long we are into this commentary at this point, you're in pretty deep.
Yeah. Now the stream, the reason this is a second commentary for Starrbooty is because me and Omega were doing a stream and we on a whim decided to do a commentary live for people, and we let the people vote on which one we did, and so that's why we did Starrbooty. And someone sent me a copy of the recording and I stuck it up. And this one is the proper commentary.
Yay, proper commentary. I'm involved. I don't even know if I was in this.
I think you... I don't know, I didn't spot you.
I don't think...
You might have been just behind the camera.
This is my shot. I took it. I pointed the camera. Then I told everybody, do not touch the camera, because we need all shots to be the same.
Have you ever seen the director's commentary of Braveheart?
No.
It's hilarious because Mel Gibson cannot remember the name of any actor in the film except for himself. He's like, that guy, he was great in The Prisoner. Oh, that was great. This guy, he was great in this other thing. Oh, wonderful. But absolutely everyone who's not an actor, he can remember. There's like, well, this shot was taken by this cameraman called Brett. He was a wonderful person. And then these one, the caterers, you know, Brad and Angelina, they were really, really great. It's just like, if you're an actor, Mel Gibson can't remember your name. It's hilarious.
That guy. Yeah, he was in like...
He was a thing.
He's won 3 Oscars.
Yeah. Also, racist slur, etc.
Well, that's just Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
I've never actually sat through Braveheart.
Have you not?
I got about 50% of the way through one time and fell asleep, and I just can't bring myself to try to watch it again.
You want to see that? You should see the new Braveheart, which is far better, which is the Fassbender Macbeth.
I also, up until about 3 years ago, thought Braveheart and Die Hard were the same film.
Well,
So
that makes sense.
I don't know, Braveheart and Die Hard were the same in my head. So having seen Die Hard and loved it, I was like, yeah, Braveheart's great, everybody should watch it. And then I was sitting talking to somebody about it one day, and they were like talking about Braveheart and how it was too long, and about blue face paint, and I was like, I don't remember him putting blue face paint on. When did that happen? Like, in the Yakamoto Tower, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway.
So in summation, Robyn's an idiot.
Occasionally, yes. It's just one of those things that happens in my head. 2 things became one. Also, Braveheart's not as good as Die Hard.
Well, yes.
It's also not as good a Christmas film.
Battle of the Bone. You know, at some point you should try to get in contact with George Clark. because it is nice to have a genre filmmaker in Northern Ireland, even though his films haven't been brilliant.
I live there. Not there.
And Utopia again. I should cut that off. Bye-bye!
Bye.